Why does everyone think that I'm blonde? I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, but every time I post a video of myself, people are always so shocked to find out that I'm a brunette. Another assumption that I always hear is about my height. Whenever I meet someone in person, they always thought that I was going to be shorter, but I'm actually around 5'7". And the most surprising assumption was around my age. I'm 17, a senior in high school, but a lot of people thought that I was in my late 20s or even 30 years old. When I came in to decorate this cake, I thought my coworker who took the order had made a mistake because it said they wanted me to write Happy 112th Birthday, Linda. Yeah, so I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't know that many people who live to 112, so I called my coworker and she said it was part of their inside joke, which I found very intriguing. Have I ever had a customer come in who didn't speak English, and what happened? So last April, I was working a shift by myself and a lady came in to pick up her cake and all she had was a $50 bill, but at the time we weren't taking cash, we were only doing debit and credit sales. I was trying to explain to her that we had no cash in the entire store. I didn't even have any in my wallet, but she didn't understand me and I did not understand her. So what I ended up doing was going over to Subway and borrowing some money from them, taking her money, giving her the change, and then I paid Subway back later on that night. I would not call myself an impulsive person. I like to plan out my plans before I actually do them. But somehow I found myself just a couple hours ago grabbing the scissors and chopping off 5 inches of my hair. Now, this whole idea came about last night when I just wanted shorter hair for some reason, but I was going to wait a month until the salons opened up and then I would have it done professionally, but somehow that didn't happen. Okay, what is it with frogs? In the last 3 months, I've made about 10 frog-themed cakes and I have no idea why. Now, about half of them are this Pinterest frog cake that was a trend that was going around, and the other ones just have like a gel image of a frog on top. They are super cute and fun to do, but again, I have no idea why they are so popular. This is a test. Just by watching how I decorate this cake, you have to guess what movie, book, TV show, person, celebrity it is based off of. So first, I drew on the New York skyline, a brown couch, and a white coffee cup, and then I did a purple border on the bottom and the top. Now, if you don't already know at this point, you'll probably guess when I start doing the writing, but if you don't, stay tuned for the answer. Happy birthday, Michaela. I honestly thought that I made a huge mistake when I was decorating this cake, and the funny thing is that I didn't even realize what I was doing until after I finished writing it. I normally only write happy birthday on cakes, but this one says good morning, so I thought I wrote it because it was early in the morning when I was doing it, so I was so scared that I made a mistake, but I double-checked with the order and it was all good. Have you ever messed up a cake order? I could go on and on with stories for this because it does happen quite a bit, but there is one cake order that stands out that I messed up. It was about 6 months ago. I went in at 5:30 a.m. to decorate this cake, and I was so excited because it was tie-dye and a Disney theme, and in the end, it turned out amazing. That is until I looked back at the order form and realized I decorated the wrong size of cake, so I called my coworker literally crying and asked her to do it later on because at that point, I had to go home and go to school. Has a customer ever asked me to make a TikTok with them? So a couple months ago, this young girl came in to order a cake for her sister, I believe, and when I was done taking her order, she whips out her phone and she starts recording me and she says, "Say hi to TikTok for me." I gave a little wave and I said hi, and it was so funny. I'll try to tag her below if I can find her account so you can watch the video, but in the end, I'm just glad she didn't ask me to dance. Does my boss know about this account? Okay, I've been kind of scared to answer this question because they don't. I don't know how they haven't figured it out yet, but they've never brought it up to me, so I don't think they know. I'm sure half of you already know this, but that was a complete joke. My family actually owns a store that I work at, which makes my parents my bosses, which means they obviously know about the account. In the beginning, they were unsure about TikTok, but now they honestly love the account. So 2 years ago, my brother died. Everyone loved him. He was a star soccer player. He was a legacy with records upon records. But now there's this new guy at my school, a new soccer player, and everyone's predicting he's going to shatter my brother's records. And I don't want any part in that, so I try to keep my distance, and that is until my disinterest in him intrigues him. To learn more, read Perfect Little Flaws by Jennifer Ann Shore. The one video that I didn't want to go viral went viral. So yesterday I posted a video and I spelt something wrong on the cake. It was an honest mistake. I am sorry. For the record though, I do have good grammar and good spelling, and TikTok in the future, let's make a different video go viral where I spell everything right. Have you ever had a customer that lets you custom their cake but they end up hating it? So the majority of cakes that I do are customized. The customer usually gives me an idea and I work with it. For example, the cake right here, all they wanted was a crime scene cake, and that was all I was told. So I drew on some caution tape, some footprints, and the outline of a dead body. But to answer the original question, I have had no one tell me that they hated the cake that I decorated. This account fell off hard. Wow. Thanks. I mean, it's not like I have a life outside of TikTok that I want to spend more time on right now, like graduating in 4 days, picking my university courses, oh, and working another job. No, but in all seriousness, I was exhausted. I stopped caring, I stopped trying, and that was seen in my views. So recently, I have been working on loving TikTok again, and I'm pretty much there. So thank you guys. My question is, why 2 N's? For the people that are confused, my name is spelled with 2 N's, Morgann. The simple answer here is that my parents wanted unique spelling of a name, so they thought, why not just throw on an extra letter? When I was a kid, I absolutely hated it, but as I grow older, I kind of like it, even though people never get it right. Is it true that iced coffee is illegal in Canada? So I've noticed that every now and then a new TikTok rumor regarding Canada pops up and they get funnier every time. I won't tell you which ones of those are real or fake, but I can confidently tell you that iced coffee is not illegal in Canada. You can go to Tim's or McDonald's and get an iced coffee. A while back, someone asked me if I've ever used the wrong icing color on a cake, and yes, I have, but for this cake right here, I actually had to use the wrong color on purpose. This cake is for Mia's 10th birthday, and she wanted the Pinterest frog cake, which has become so popular, but I love doing it. If you recall from previous videos, there are normally red mushrooms and red hearts, but we ran out of red icing, so I had to use pink. Hope that's okay. Happy 10th birthday, Mia. Have you ever missed a day of school to go to work? So I've missed a little bit more than a day. I missed 2.5 months of school to work at the Dairy Queen. But there is a very good reason behind it. When COVID hit last year, Ontario schools announced that whatever grade we had before the pandemic was our minimum grade, meaning it couldn't go down no matter what. To all students at that point, school was optional. I had great grades before the pandemic, so I just left them there, didn't do any school, and worked. Has a fan came in and kept looking at you because they were too shy to say hi. I'm not sure this kid was shy, but he did wait a little bit before he said anything. I took their order like usual. It was a couple weeks ago, and as they're walking out the door, a little boy turns to me and he says, "Is Morgan working?" And I was like, "Oh, that's me," and his eyes lit up. His happiness was so contagious. He looked back at his mom, and his mom was like, "He is a huge fan. Can we get a photo?" I was like, "Of course." So I went around, we took a photo, and it was the cutest moment of my life. Is the paper on the dipped cones edible? I have no idea where your parents got that from, but the paper is definitely not edible. There is a simple corn syrup that sticks the paper to the cone, and that is 100% edible. Am I in the TikTok Creator Fund? I know I've answered this question before, but there are a lot of new people here, so here we are again. The Creator Fund supposedly pays 3 to 5 cents per 1,000 views, and this would be the case for myself, except I am Canadian. For some reason, whether it's TikTok's decision or Canada's decision, we don't have the Creator Fund in Canada. So regardless of how many views I get no profit. It is all honestly just for fun. For everyone who doesn't work for their family's business, let me enlighten you on my own. If someone can't make their shift, I almost always have to cancel my own plans to cover it. I'm always dropping off supplies when we're low. I decorate cakes at 5:30 in the mornings almost every day, and my parents have extremely high expectations of me. Now, don't get me wrong, I love working for my family, truly, and I wouldn't have it any other way, but please do not accuse me of things before you understand that there are always pros and cons to working with a family business. I work very hard and owe a lot to my parents, so I would never take advantage of them or the business.